grade 8, how are you? Grade 8 we will start with unit 3. Unit 3 is talking about the reproduction in plants and in human. Okay, number 1 we will start with the reproduction in plant. But before talking about the reproduction in plant, we have to talk about the structure of the flower. This is a flower. We have to know the organs inside the flower. Number 1, this green leaf, which you see it, its name is sepal. Its name is sepal. What is the function of sepal? The function of sepal is protection of the flower before growing. It protects the flower before growing. Okay, so the green leaf, this one which you see, its name is sepal. Number 2, the colored leaf. In this flower, the colored leaf is yellow. We have green leaf, we have yellow leaves, we have red leaves, we have white leaves. So the colored leaves are called petals. Colored leaves are called petals. Okay, so we have sepal and petal. The function of sepal to protect the flower as we see before growing. Okay, what is the function of petal? The function of petal, it has two functions. Number 1, protect the inner part of the flower. It protects the inner part of the flower. Number 2, attracts insects. It attracts insects. The petals attract insects and protect the inner part of the flower, while sepals protect the flower before growing. Okay? Let's transfer to the reproduction organs in the flower. Reproductive organs of the flower. Reproductive organs in the flower, we have male and female. The male part, this one, yes, this is the male part, and this is also male part, and this is also male part, and these also male parts. Male part, its name is stamen, and it consists of filament. Okay, this is filament and anther. Filament and anther. Filament and anther. Sorry again, so we have sepal, petal. The male reproductive organ is stamen, and it consists of filament and anther. We have to know these names because it's very important. What is the importance of filament? Just to carry anther. The importance of filament just to carry anther. The importance of anther is to produce pollen grains. Producing pollen grains. What is the pollen grains? Pollen grains, this is the male cell which the flower uses in the reproduction. So the anther, its function producing pollen grains. So we have sepal, petal, filament, and anther. What about the female part? This one, which is in the middle, this is the female part. Its name is carpel. Its name is carpel. So the male cell, its name is filament, while the female cell is carpel. Carpel consists of ovary. This is ovary. And stigma. This one is a stigma. And style. Ovary, stigma, style. The female part in the flower consists of ovary, stigma, style. Ovary, stigma, style. Okay. The importance of ovary just to produce ova or ovules or egg. What is the ova or ovule? Ova or ovule, this is the female cell. So the male cell, its name is pollen grains, while the female cell is ova. Okay, so the function of the ovary producing ova. What about the style? The style transfers the pollen grains from stigma to ovary. This is the function of the style. Number 3, this is the function of stigma. Stick to the pollen grains. Stick it to keep hold the pollen grains on it. Okay, so let's remember, or let's revise the parts of the flower. Sepal to protect the flower before growing, petals to attract insects, and protect the inner part of the flower. Male organ, which its name is stamen, consists of filament and anther. Female part, which is its name is carpel, consists of ovary, stigma, and style. Yes, this is the carpel that we see before, the female part, and this is the stamen, which is the male part. Okay, let's play. Where is the style? Who can tell me where is the style? Put it where? Here? This is the style? No, it's here. Yes. Where is petal? Is it petal? Or is it? Or where? Let's put it here. Are you sure? No, it's wrong. Yes, excellent. Yes, this is the petal, which is a colored leaf. Okay. Stigma. Where is the stigma? Yes, excellent. Ovary. This one. Anther. Yes. Sepal, the green leaf. Yes, and filament. Excellent. Well done, grade 8. Okay. Grade 8 we have something called pollination. Pollination means it is the transferring of pollen grains from the male flower to the female flower. Listen again. Pollination, it is the transferring of pollen grains from the male part or the male flower to the female part or the female flower. Okay? How could the pollen grains transfer from the male flower to the female flower? We have three ways. We have three ways to transfer the pollen grains. Number one, by the air. The air can carry the pollen grains and transfer it from one flower to another. Okay. Number two, by insects. Yes, by insects. Look, let's see. This is a bee. It searches for a flower to take the nectar from it. Yes. Look, this is the pollen grains on the bee. The bee now carries the pollen grains. Okay. And when it moves to another flower, it puts the pollen grains. So now this is the pollination occurs by the insect. So number one, by the air. Number two, by the insect. Number three, by the human. Yes, the human can transfer the pollen grains from one flower to another, and that occurs in palm tree. Yes, it occurs in the palm tree. After pollination, this is the flower, and pollen grains transfer from another flower or from the male part in the same flower, maybe. This is the pollen grains. What will happen after transferring the pollen grains from flower to another or from the male part to the female part? The pollen grains here, it produces something called pollen tube, the red line. This pollen tube starts to move inside the stigma till it reaches to the ova inside the ovary, and it makes something called fertilization. What is the fertilization? Fertilization, it is the connection between the male cell and the female cell. It is the connection between male cell and the female cell. So fertilization occurs after pollination, when the pollen grains move to the stigma. It produces something called pollen tube. The pollen tube moves through the style, and then it reaches to the ova. Okay, this is called fertilization. Do you understand the grade 8? Are you sure? Okay, thank you. See you later. Goodbye.